Convention Hall. We're about to be treated to a great concert from Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. And they're joining me here this morning as if they need an introduction. Bruce Springsteen along with Roy Bittan, Clarence Clemens, Danny Federici, Niels Lofgren, Maddie Scotia, Gary Talent, Stephen Van Zandt, Max Weinberg, sorry Max, and the newest member of the E Street Band, Susie Tyrell. Nice to see you guys. How are you? A lot of people in this convention hall. I'm going to scream, Bruce. A lot of people in this convention hall are very jealous that they can't be talking to you right now. But it's so great that you all are doing this morning. Thank you so much, because I know you're probably not morning people, so we appreciate this. Yeah, I guess with 3 kids you are, right? Meanwhile, do you get nervous when you're trying out new material for the first time in front of a live audience at all, Bruce?
Just another day.
Just another day at the office.
Another day at the beach.
Obviously, though, Bruce, this album, as you talked to Matt about, does have special significance. I know that you spoke to a couple of women. You read about them. I'm going to walk over here because they're telling me to use the hand mic. I'm sorry, I don't mean to stand in front of you, Niels. But you called a couple of women who lost their husbands after September 11th.
There were really a lot of musicians in the area who banded together to do some things after the 11th, and so we all kind of worked as a unit here in town. Town has a good community of very supportive musicians who come out when it's necessary, and so there were a bunch of things we did then that we hope were helpful.
Some of the lyrics, Bruce, of these songs, they're very intense, and I'm wondering, are you worried about the impact that they'll have on some of the people who lost loved ones? I mean, what are you trying to sort of do for them in a way?
Yeah. When I write as thoughtfully as I can about it, you write with the interests of, try to write as truthfully as you can about it, and with the idea that it brings about a certain, I suppose, it's the old, music is medicine in some fashion. I mean, it's always been my medicine, and so when I go to it, whether it's Rosalita or something else, that's kind of the approach that I take, and I hope that's the purpose. One of the purposes it fulfills for my fans.
You're on the cover of Time magazine this week, and the writer said one of your greatest gifts is empathy, which I thought was such a great compliment to you.
I always thought personally it was my good looks. I thought that was,
well, maybe Patty
it was
thinks
my
that.
ace in the hole, I thought, even at this late date. But I don't know, that's just part of the writer's toolbox,
Yeah.
You got to have that. So.
Patty, what has it been like for you to record this album?
It was a very emotional. There was not much truth.
Let her talk, Bruce.
Everything but talk.
No, was it a special experience for you?
It was wonderful. The music is just so emotional, and it came together very quickly, which was nice. So you just went down, it'd be a brand new tune waiting for you to work on. Things went fast, and it was very clear and great. And Brendan, I thought, did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
That's right. You worked with a new producer
good.
this year. I'm just going to turn around and talk to Niels for a minute. Excuse my back. How was it working with this new producer? Because I know he's worked with a lot of famous artists before. Pearl Jam, for example.
Actually, an old friend, Neil Young, told me a lot about Brendan, and he was excited to hear Bruce and him hooked up. And when I got down to Atlanta, it was obvious Bruce and Brendan had a great groove going.
Yeah.
And it was fun to just watch them work, participate here and there, and watch them be very creative, and they're in kind of a great production zone, and I think it's obvious it reflects in the record.
I know you joined the E Street Band back in 1984 because your group was Grin, right? I used to listen to you when I was a young whippersnapper.
Early 70s, yeah. I'm the,
Not that young.
I'm the new member. I joined 18 years ago.
Yeah. Is it great for you all to be back together and record the studio album again?
It's terrific. It sounds so good. It was great to be with Brendan because he spent so much time on each player that we really got a chance to show our stuff.
Clarence,
Just great.
Clarence, what about you? You still got it?
Still got it, still loving it. Still loving it. It's just very exciting, and always great to be back with the band and be with Bruce, and it's just wonderful.
So how long do you think this is going to last, this reunion?
The reunion? I
Yeah.
hope it just continues as long as it possibly can.
Have you talked to Bruce about cutting another album together after this?
Oh, I think I haven't talked to him yet. That conversation's coming, I think.
Yeah, let me go over here. Hi, you guys. How are you? Hi, Max. Nice to see you. So tell me what it feels like for you, Max. I mean, obviously you've been doing Conan. You've got a whole nother gig, and now you've been reunited with all these guys. It must be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a great time. You know, we're all having a great time, but we've always had a great time. So we just continue to do the same.
Yeah, but it must bring back all sorts of special memories to be here recording again.
Memories and a lot of stories. And we love telling those stories over and over again.
And what about you?
It's
Steve?
terrible. Horrible.
You were in,
Terrible.
you're out, you're in.
These conditions, I can't take it.
Now we got to talk to the newest member, of course. Susie, you're the newest member of the E Street Band. How are these boys treating you?
With great support and respect. They're
Patty,
great.
is it nice to have another chick on board?
Susie and I have been friends. We've been making music together for 20 years. So
Yeah?
we've known each other a very long time.
So how did
great.
the two of you hook up, and how did you become a member of this elite group?
Well, geez. We hooked up playing on the streets of New York
Played on
City.
the streets in New York.
In-
When we were in our 20s. We
Really?
used to bus, pay our rent that way.
So you must be pretty excited to be a part of this, huh?
Very excited. It's the most thrilling experience of my life.
Yeah, you got to make up for him.
That's right.
Anyway, so can you give us a hint about what songs you're going to play in our next half hour?
Run for the Rising, Lonesome Day.
And a
We got a
surprise?
nice version of Happy Birthday coming up, I think. Followed by a sweet version of Hello Dolly we've been working on.
Well, we look forward to it. Thanks you guys so much, and thanks for being here. We'll be back with Bruce Springsteen and E Street Band after this.